begin with that story only on 10 News. A little girl so generous that she donates her birthday toys to the Children's Hospital has her prized possessions stolen in the middle of the night.
Reporter Michael Chen spoke with the little girl's parents who are stunned someone did this to a child.
7-year-old Gracie first started riding bikes about 4 years ago, but these days her bike rack is empty. Her adventures put on pause by a thief.
She loves her bike.
The love for her princess bike all over Grace's face.
Good job, Grace.
A joy now replaced,
well, it rips me up,
by a family's disbelief. Thursday morning on Galway and El Cajon.
And I noticed our door was open like this. So I opened it up, and glove box was open.
Don Ticey says a few chargers missing, but when Don and his wife Pauline watched the surveillance video,
I'm in shock.
a big surprise. Yes, someone is spotted ransacking their Suburban before midnight. But minutes before that, a man seen walking in their driveway, and then this.
It just blew my mind.
Right at their front door, a man recorded slowly removing from the rack
I can't describe the feeling.
Grace's purple bike.
And she actually made the statement, too, that why is a man stealing my bicycle? How pitiful that happens to be. Do you have to steal a 7-year-old's bicycle?
A 7-year-old who donates all her birthday gifts to the Children's Hospital.
So for somebody to take a bike from a little girl who is so giving like Graceland, you know, it's heartbreaking.
The crime's also frustrating in the past few months.
I believe it was right here.
The family keeps finding dropped stolen items
There were some department store bags.
from a rash of nearby car break-ins,
I think this is all connected.
and possibly connected to a thief with no qualms about what he's grabbing.
Yeah, I don't know how low he has to be to steal a 7-year-old's bike.
Michael Chen, 10 News.
That's pretty low. We're told the bike is valued at about $100. They were hoping to pass the bike down to another child.
Right now, beaches in the South Bay are shut down because of sewage runoff from recent storms. That's what neighbors fear this brown streak that you see above the water line there may be. And now the county says sample results indicate the water is contaminated. So the entire Imperial Beach shoreline is closed for further testing. A spokesperson for the International Boundary Water Commission says the sewage flowed into the Tijuana River Valley because the rain created too much water for a pump station to handle. Should be working again sometime tonight.
New details on lead testing in the water at San Diego Unified Schools. Emerson Bandini Elementary School in Southcrest has tested positive. The district is already working to fix unrelated water issues at the campus. Testing at the rest of the schools will start on April 4th. And we've posted a link where you can track the test results on our website, 10news.com. Just click the red TV button.
All right, guys, Brian Shalonsky here in the 10 News Live Center, and happening right now in Vista, there are some Trump supporters out rallying today. This is the end of the rally, so only a few people left. They've been there for about 2 hours. We saw maybe a few dozen people there earlier. These folks were letting the 10 News Breaking News Tracker know they wanted to let elected officials, the media, the opposition know that they are standing dedicated, they're loyal to the Trump-Pence team, and they just came out there. Here's the stuff you're seeing from earlier where there were more people out there and coming with signs letting people know that they support this administration. So right now the 10 News Breaking News Tracker talking to some of those folks, and we'll let you know what they say on later newscasts, guys.
Thank you, Brian. No matter what happens next in the GOP's effort to repeal the Affordable Care Act, at least one California lawmaker is busy putting together a backup plan of sorts that would protect San Diegans at risk of losing their coverage. 10 News reporter Riel Creighton is live with how this would work. Riel?
Yeah, Kim, one lawmaker wants to do what some wanted to do before Obamacare here in California. At a town hall meeting tonight, they were holding these signs, but perhaps one of the most important parts is at the bottom here. It's this bill that would give all Californians, at least here in California, health care.
And I think that even though today we have some great news.
Amid the turmoil in Washington, a town hall meeting, topic health care at SDSU.
We need to fight to keep what we have worked so hard to earn.
California State Senator Toni Atkins on the panel, motivated by efforts to undo Obamacare when she introduced a bill to give California what she says are options.
That's the goal of the Affordable Care Act. Single payer would provide health care for everyone. California's been incredibly successful. We're at 7.1% uninsured.
Single-payer health care, the state would pay for the cost of insurance, offering a guarantee of universal coverage for all Californians. But some liberal lawmakers have long thought Obamacare should have been. An idea Atkins says because of the Affordable Care Act, the state is already one step closer to.
California is the 5th largest economy in the world. We have the best health care system. We have the experience. We have the medical professionals.
Well, it sounds great, doesn't it?
Steve Moore, who once worked for a congressman in Washington and came for the town hall, has questions like how much could this cost?
We have a lot of things we have to pay for. And so the question I would have is where's the money going to come from?
Atkins says those details still need to be worked out, but California can lead the way.
And I'm not saying it would be easy, and it won't be, but I think we're ripe for the discussion.
Now, Atkins has only introduced intent language in the bill, meaning the entirety of that bill still needs to be fleshed out, which she says they will do once they complete the research, including looking into the cost at a later date. For now, we're live at SDSU. Riel Creighton, 10 News.
Thanks, Riel. We have a breakdown of the stalled health care plan and all of the latest developments on our website, 10news.com.
New at 6 o'clock, a suspected pedophile wanted by the Sheriff's Department is now off the streets. Felix Barraza was arrested trying to enter the U.S. Thursday morning. Border agents ran his prints and discovered there was a warrant out for his arrest. Barraza is accused of lewd acts with a minor and is being held on bail.
Pay attention, the person on the other end of the line may be someone representing the IRS. Team 10 discovered this year the IRS is starting to use collection agencies to call people who owe back taxes.
Team 10 investigator Adam Rakusin found out some groups are worried the move could open the door for scammers.
Yeah, and the Better Business Bureau believes that people will try to take advantage of phone calls like scammers who like to pose as collection agencies or even as IRS agents. According to the IRS, the private debt collection program authorized under a federal law allows designated contractors to collect tax payments on the government's behalf. There will be 4 collection agencies authorized under the program. They say those collectors will never demand immediate payment using a specific payment method like a gift card or credit card. And they will not demand that taxes be paid without giving you the opportunity to question or appeal the amount that's owed. The Better Business Bureau worries bringing in the third-party tax collector means they can no longer say the IRS won't be calling you.
When someone calls you identifying themselves as a person of authority, you need to take a breath and make sure that you are convinced that they are who they say they are.
Okay, so how to know it's real? Take a look at these 3 bullet points right here. The IRS says it will give taxpayers and their representatives written notice when their account is being transferred to a private collection agency. That collection agency will then send a second and separate letter confirming the transfer. They say the information in the letters will help you identify the tax amount owed and help that ensure that the future collection agency calls are legitimate. Adam Rakusin, Team 10.
Certainly confusing. Thank you. New details on a plan to put thousands of criminals back on the streets in California. The state will start using new sentencing rules to cut the prison population by nearly 9,500 inmates over the next 4 years. New regulations include reducing sentences for things such as earning a degree and taking part in drug counseling. The changes are the result of voter-approved Prop 57.
New developments in this parking lot rampage we showed you on 10 News, where a woman intentionally backed into Walmart shoppers, including a child there. That driver now behind bars. San Francisco police have arrested Jessica Malicote. She left the store in a rage after a clerk refused to let her return some batteries. That terrified other shoppers.
You already have a lot to worry about, and then someone's like trying to kill you and your kid. Oh, that's scary.
Officers found her after several people saw the surveillance video and called in with tips. Malicote is charged with assault with a deadly weapon. A $20,000 reward is being offered for help catching this man. He is accused of throwing a homemade explosive device into a packed cheesecake factory in Pasadena last month. The device made a loud noise and gave off heavy smoke, but no one was hurt.
All right, Ariel, we are back here in the 10 News Live Center now, and this just in, we now know that a crash that killed a Marine pilot has been ruled an accident. Major Norton, a Miramar pilot, a Top Gun pilot, was killed in an FA-18C Hornet crash Back in July, this was near 29 Palms. Major Norton was practicing challenging maneuvers when the plane went down. His commanding officer remembers him as an outstanding pilot and Marine, and now we know his death has been ruled an accident. Guys.
So sad, Brian. Thank you for those details. And new details on a crime targeting tourists and people living in Big Bear. At least 70 people have reported their credit card information stolen and money taken from their accounts. One victim had an $8,900 charge rung up on her card. San Bernardino Sheriff's deputies think that the thief is using a card skimmer at a gas station, but so far they haven't been able to find it.